Okay. Hi everybody. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to try something different. With some things I bought from Amazon. So what these are is they're the epoxy resin pigments, and they're from Resin. Oh, on Amazon, I got them from a nice donation I got last month, so I was happy to get a few things I've had my eye on. And there's lots of different colors in here. There's purple, green, and blue, and orange, and red, and your basic colors, light green, black, white it comes with. This one says light blue, and this one says blue. I think they mixed these bottles up. It's supposed to be the other way around, so I want to use blue. Purple, white, and violet. Normally, I've been using the Cast and Craft, and it actually smells like it, okay? But I thought I would just give it a try to see what happens, in a coaster. And, yeah, I'm not going to add anything to it. I just want to see what it does on its own, so I'm not using this, just these alone. I'm going to be using the Pro Marine tabletop resin. I wanted to pick a little bit thicker resin to see, to see the exact effects that it has if it does that flower bloom stuff, like it does with the Cast and Craft. Okay, so that's all I'm going to be doing is adding this to the resin. And, another thing is I took some bottles and I used these instead of baggies or, the piping bags, because they work better for me to do any drawing and stuff, So anyway, then I dumped out the rest of the resin that was in it. Just put a little bit of alcohol, probably about up to here, so it wasn't a lot. Shook it up and it cleaned out. So I get to reuse my bottles. Then I just took off these tips and cleaned it. So that's awesome that I get to reuse them. And so I have 4. So we'll get started and see what happens with this one. I have something in mind to do, but if it doesn't start to blossom, like the normal casting craft does, then I'm going to just go ahead and swirl it or something, okay? Because I don't want to waste the canvas, and I'm not going to, or the coaster, I don't want to fill this all the way up either, because I don't know if it's going to turn out or not. So I'm probably just going to go like, 3/4 of the way. And that's it. Just trying these out. See what happens. I will put the link for these in my description just in case they do. And we'll see what happens then, okay? Oh, I forgot. I'm going to be using this pretty purple glitter that's in here. The little flaky stuff. Okay, so I went in my box down here to get my Pro Marine out, and it's actually been sitting in there too long, and you want to keep it from sun, and it's been in a bucket, but they get old and it got a little yellow, so I can't use it. But I'm going to use this, the premium quality clear epoxy resin from the epoxy resin store. I always use this all the time, but I wanted to try a little thicker because this is more like on a casting thinner side. It's a general use, so you can use it to put top coats and to cover your vases, and I have done resin paintings with it also. But well, I wanted to see this reaction. I wanted to experiment with the thicker, but that's okay. So here we go. Oh, first I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up with my heat gun on low so it don't damage the mold. So that's what I'm gonna do, is just get it as clear as possible. So don't want to have it too much here because I need some for my colors. There. Okay. So it says shake before use. Let's see how many drops I need. Start with 3. That's pretty light. They're supposed to be opaque, but I think you have to put a lot in there to get it. There, that looks good. Okay, this is gonna be my white. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, it smells like the casting craft. But I don't think it's as concentrated. Well, I know it's not, because just the casting craft is about $10 a bottle, but it's a bigger bottle. And then this was $20 for all of those little bottles. 3, 4, so about 8 total I did. That's good. That's good. Okay. It's pink. It looks pink though, but it's violet. I think they put the colors in the wrong ones. That one's really not squirting right. I must not pop the hole right in there. That's good. Maybe 2 more. There. I like this stuff because it mixes really easy. Purple. Actually, I'm going to pour just a little bit in there. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to want it darker than that. Maybe I didn't shake it enough. Right on. I think that's good. A lot involved here to get those little hairs in and out of there now. And where's my other bottle? Here it is. Yeah, I threw out like, probably 6 bottles so far. I didn't think of putting alcohol in them. I cleaned out the tips with alcohol, but I didn't try the bottles. Okay, here we go. All right. I've got them completely open. I'm gonna try something different. And hopefully I can do these circles right. Oh. It all depends upon the resin you're using for these blooms. You gotta have thicker resin. I have noticed that. I get real feathery look with these, with this resin, which is fine. I just want to try these out, see how they work compared to alcohol ink. I never stay circle in the circle. Always end up off on one end. But I know I'm not the only one who does it. Again, you don't have to be perfect. I want some purple. Another white in there. Oops. Okay. That's good. It's starting to flare some, but I'm not gonna even hit it with the gun at all yet because I don't want to disturb it. I'm just gonna do some designs in it. Actually, I'm gonna use my silicone, that way I don't scrape the bottom. A rag to wipe my tip. pretty. Okay, so that is pretty. So we'll wait it out. And I'll pour these in something else real quick. Okay, so I'm so glad I didn't hit that with the heat gun because it seems to be looking real pretty. It's staying there anyway. The problem is once I pick this tray up to put it in my drying rack, it moves. It's a bummer. Well, I'm going to just use this one for my leftovers here. Still clean it back up. Here we go. Squirt it all out. Pour some alcohol in there. It's harder after a while. Could take the lid off. There. Might as well do something with it. That one's looking good. I think it's going to be pretty. I could leave it right there. It seems to be like I have a pretty good level table now. That's kind of neat looking. Look. Well, the bottom won't look too hot. It's gonna be cool, but I'm gonna do some swirling with it. There, let's go. Don't touch your sides of your mold when you do this. Try to use a very low one if you can. This one has been going out of butane for the longest time. It still hasn't ran out. I'm not even going to hit that with the torch. That's pretty. Some sprinkles of glitter on there would be pretty too. But I don't leave it alone. I like it. Are we focused? All right, so I think that's not gonna move at all. It's gonna look fluffy. And if it don't look cool from the other side, that side looks cool. So I'm just gonna use this cup that I was using. Just show you, like, kind of just let them come out as much as possible. Take your alcohol, preferably 71 or 91%. I couldn't find 91. I don't need a lot either. It just starts to clean it right out. Then what I'll do is I'll have a cup just for the lids. I don't think it's a waste because, for one, you're reusing your bottles if you can't use the piping bags like me. And alcohol, you can find at the dollar store the 70%. So you just pull this off, wipe it off, put it in there. So that's how I'm going to do it. See? Comes right out. Then you can even just rinse it out with water too if you want to. It's worth it to me than using not throwing my bottles out. Anyway, thought I'd show you that. Okay? So, that seems to be spreading quite a bit, and then it may not look 3D from the bottom because I'm not using casting craft and alcohol ink like I was before. That's why I just wanted to try these out, see how they work. So we'll see how they turn out. So stay tuned for the unmolding, okay? Okay, so yesterday was nothing but a dropping day for me. Well, I was starting to get a little irritated with it. So I put this in my drying rack, and see, it did change quite a bit. Whoops, sorry about the wiggling. And I noticed a tiny little hair over here, so I pulled it out of the tray, and I dished it out and took because it was still wet, you know, and I took my lighter and went like this just to flatten where I got it. And I dropped this. Oh, right here it was. I dropped it in there like that much. So this part is not like these. I swear. Oh, I need to quit wiggling the table. Just totally not my day yesterday. And then I was spilling things over here and there, so yeah, I kept on cussing. Anyway, this one is crazy because it changed after doing all that tilting stuff. This is the same one. I poured all that leftovers in. Isn't that funny? Well, it's beautiful how it all kind of just went inward like that, how it did. And then the middle looked like star, sort of. It was drawn in, and there was like a little star in the middle. So I went ahead and put some of that, because you could see some of the star. That's not hair, that's part of the star it was. So I thought, oh, I got to put some glitter there. So I did. And then I put a top coat on it. So let's check that out, because I love this one. It's always funny, the one that you're not really working on ends up being the prettiest. Or you're sloppy. But it just goes to show you, resin has a mind of its own. That's going to go the way it wants to go. Overfilled it a little. Yeah, I was like loving it. Of course, now it's got finger smudges. Isn't that neat? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm loving that. So that was pretty cool. Let's check out this one. See, I dropped it right here. It didn't do nothing to the surface, but it did smear up that area. It's okay. You know, I'll just experiment with that stuff too to see. Now I know if I get some thick resin, then I can see what happens with it, with the thicker. But it all depends upon the resin you're using, you know? Okay, so this side. Oh, it's okay. It looks pretty down more than it does under the light. But yeah, it really flared out a lot. So glad I didn't use the, see, there's where I dropped it. Was so glad I didn't use the heat gun. All right, let's take a look here. This gotta be better. That is kind of cooler. Really didn't do the 3D thing though, that my last one did. Am I focused? Yeah, it's just really transparent. Wow. Well, so I like the stuff. I just want to try it with thicker resin. That's kind of neat. It's just kind of hard to see it when it's being so transparent. But I got that feathery look again. So that was pretty cool. Not too shabby. I like this one better. Isn't that funny? It came out nice and clear. No doubt about that. This, no, it's not that light. It's this light. It looks real prettier in person. It's just the light just goes right through it. So yeah, it doesn't really show a whole lot of 3D. It kind of does right here, but a lot of this got meshed together. So I'm sure it's the casting resin. Anyway, I had some left over and I decided to pull out one of my spongy little silicone and try something here. Oh, that's crazy. I just put some mica powder, some pink in there and made this little, it's kind of neat. Put on something. The elephants. Made them a little pink. I should have painted all the rest. I've done that before. Anyway, I want to mention also that my friend, very good friend, Share Bear, is having a sale with all her beautiful coasters, you guys. Oh my gosh, you gotta see this video. And then her dumping swirls with her jellyfish. Everything she does is stunning. She has such beautiful talent. Anyway, I was just going to put the link to her channel in my description so you can go over there and check out everything. If you're interested in anything, let her know, because she's, you know, starting to get piled up with a lot of stuff. But oh my gosh, and her prices are really reasonable. Too reasonable as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I encourage you to go over there and check it out, if you would. I'd appreciate that so very much. And help her get rid of some of those pieces so she can create more. And you'll get a chance to see what I'm talking about with her talent, okay? She just has that eye to just really make something super awesome. Well, I wish I had that kind of talent. And I just don't see things. Some people have that knack to see and know how to create, and I don't. I go simple. Anyway, there's that one. I'm happy with it. It's not like, you know, I don't like it or anything. It's not defined enough. And I think it's two reasons. Yeah, it's the resin not being a thicker resin, because it don't hold the shape. It's too thin. So when you do these, you definitely want to use like an art coat, like a stone coat resin would be great. Or the Pro Marine or anything like that, you know. That's what I want to get. And another thing is that stuff here, I like it, but I would definitely say that it's not as concentrated as that craft, because the white just did not even fluff up at all like that craft. Well, I thought I would try something different, and I'm happy with it, but I'll definitely add a lot more drops next time to get more of an opaque look instead of such a transparent one. So maybe if I would have done that, that would have made a difference too. Alrighty, well, everybody have a good weekend. Thank you for watching, and take care. So I'll catch you later, okay? Bye-bye now.